LTG, Lucky Sixes has just had his morning orange juice. He just afternoon
I'm
orange juice actually.
I'm ready.
Yeah, and I'm Hub G2. Well, no, Hub G1, version 1,
Yeah.
not version 2. Maybe
Oh my
version 2
goodness.
in the new year.
I've replaced you. You're
That's a
not.
little way off.
This is Hyper G, but positive.
Yeah, let's not go too far. Maybe it is. Maybe it is because we are into day 2. It's
Yes.
a new day of
You've slept. You're watered.
Art of War. Yeah, yeah, I did. I went out. The obligatory curry was had on the Saturday night in Bristol. Much confusion over whether there was a like fee to pay when you were driving through various areas of Bristol.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, it was
I did
Tony's
that through
problem, not mine.
Birmingham. I went to see the Sea Life Centre today.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not today, the weekend. But
I was
yeah,
gonna say,
and I was
doing
like,
well.
is this a charge? Am I a diesel? Does it matter?
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah, but Tony was very kind to drive me. So thank you to the Fantasy Gaming at Podding
Yeah, what
podcast.
podcast?
Yep,
Pod Wars.
yep. Thank you to them for driving me because you'd abandoned me that weekend.
I had
So yeah,
very
yeah.
much so.
But it is Art of War 7. In case you've not seen the previous 3 battle reports, you should have done because why not?
Yeah.
And yeah, we're going into round 4. My Saurians being disguised as your Saurians. I was making the decisions. You made the list.
Our
Uh,
Saurians.
our
Wow.
Saurians. And look at this. I'm against Infernal Dwarves again
Yeah.
for the second time in this tournament. Now, surely, let's hope that the Infernal Dwarf just doesn't take any artillery or no range. Let's hope. Let's
Yeah, we
hope.
shall see.
Because I've had a bit of a rough tournament so far, haven't I? With that. My list is still as non-shooty as ever. Well, I mean, you were very right. In my last game, I charged my only shooting unit as the first charge of the game.
We've done that twice.
Yeah, I have. I have.
3
So yeah,
battles.
this is my list. 2 Carnosaurs, 2 Carmen Mentors, big block of Tegu, 2 Skink Warriors, 1 Spearbacks who I like to charge, Tegu Mystics, Raptor Pack who do ambush. 2 out of 3, not bad,
2 out of
not
3
bad.
ambushes. Yeah.
Getting better on that front. I've just remembered what happened in this one. Yeah. Okay. That's my list. Check out the previous reports. You know how it works by now. And Joe is my opponent in this one. Awesome to see Joe back on the scene. I hadn't seen in a while. I think the last time that I saw Joe was the previous Art of War, actually. So great to see Joe again.
Yeah,
Rocking
maybe
Infernal
Stockport at
Dwarfs.
some point as well.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Possibly. I didn't go to Stockport, but yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I could be completely wrong. Maybe Joe's been on the scene the whole time.
Yeah,
Just I
let's
haven't.
see. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's Joe got? Lamassu Scholar. I love seeing that in lists. I still don't know what it does in this version, but it has 3 spells, so that gives you a bit of a clue.
Must be an
Um,
adept.
yep. Overlord General, Toruk Ritual. So that was the slightly bigger base, kind of mounted. Toruks are kind of mounted, aren't they? They're not really centaurs. They're not really Toruk. Yeah, you know what I'm getting at. He's pretty tough. A Vizier, a BSB. In a unit, and he's got a fair few infantry units in this one. 2 units of vassal levies. Joe was very vocal about the spear block of vassal levies being freaking awesome. My words, not his. I don't think Joe's ever said freaking awesome. But anyway,
That's all he ever
yeah,
says, I think.
yeah. And two vassal levies, Citadel Guard with pistols. Boo, that's a bit of shooting. 2 blocks of Immortals, neither have shooting, but that's good. I mean, Immortals are very popular at the moment. They're in a good
They're
place.
really good. They're really good.
Yeah, really good. I mean, I was pleased that they didn't both have spears, but also great weapons are good against my dinosaurs. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
I mean,
they've
there
got
is that.
decent armor that you can't hurt them. It's really hard to hurt them
Yeah.
with the 4 up.
Yeah.
Only
Can't
wounded.
wound them
I've
better than a
seen
4 up.
I've seen lists now with like 3 or even 4 units of 15. As little mini groups that sort
Tiny
of really work
blocks,
together.
blocks of
Yeah,
death.
it's
Yeah.
it's interesting. Immortals are in an interesting place at the minute.
Yeah, definitely. Toruk Enforcers to go with the Overlord, of course. Very tough unit. 2 artillery rocket battery. Oh no, here we go again. I don't know if we're keeping a running tally of the amount of artillery I've gone against, but it must be close to double figures now.
Yeah.
And 2 vassal cavalry, which very good chaff, very cheap as
Cool.
well. So yeah, let's see how this goes then. Another
Indeed.
artillery fight. Play secure target as the primary objective. I don't really remember what the secondary objective was. I don't know if you put one on. Oh, that's just deployment, mutual encouragement. But yeah, for secondary. I mean, this shows you the art of war stuff.
Mm.
Um, I don't know if this affected this. Oh, this was the secondary. That's why. That's why I don't remember what the actual secondary was, because this was the secondary. It was yeah. You have to secretly nominate your unit as jackpot winners, and 2 units. Yeah, your army jackpot winner, 1 unit, and 2 armies from your army as HMRC. Lots of tax implications going on. I'm always rubbish at
Mm.
tax, even though I do finance. But yeah,
Yeah. To be fair though, we
and
did watch The Accountant the other day, so
we did.
we're
We
pretty
did.
close
We're
up
pretty hot on that
on
sort of
these
thing.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Oh, yeah, you're right. And yeah, basically, if you can kill, if the enemy jackpot winner, which they're nominating, is destroyed, or if it's in its deployment zone, then you win the secondary. At the HMRC, the only thing important about those units is they have hatred against the enemy jackpot. So the HMRC are just awesome in combat. The jackpot winner is the one you're trying to destroy or keep out of your deployment zone, basically.
And it's a secret, is
Yeah.
it, or is it? Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah. But you revealed after the deployment has finished.
Ah,
So
I
it's only
see.
a
I see. I
secret
see.
for
I
a
see.
short amount of time.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, you don't know whether you're going after it or not. And there was also Liar's Dice, which I very much pushed for as part of Art of War when Dan was looking for ideas. So basically, they came round, rolled 5 dice, and you had to guess how many pairs or triples or whatever there were. Well, I think actually they told you how many there were under the dice, under the cup,
Yeah.
and you had to say whether they were lying or telling the truth. Um, I believe Joe refused point blankly to play the game, which was an option. It wasn't like a awkward thing.
Yeah. Okay.
You basically had the choice of whether you want to play
I
liar's dice or not.
refuse.
And yeah, Joe doesn't gamble is the reasoning behind that, which is fair enough. So the
Yeah.
whole Art of War being a gambling theme probably didn't work overly well, but nonetheless, we still enjoyed the fun of it, I have to say. And I certainly gamble like crazy. So big problem, big problem. But anyway,
Huge. Huge.
I think I called Gobbo a liar, and then we played liar's dice. No, yeah, and he wasn't lying to me. Who'd have thought it? He told me the truth all along,
Ah, so
so
that
I
means
did not.
Joe got your thing.
Yes, yes, indeed. So could get an extra 2 channel or dispel dice in their opponent's phase.
Hmm.
Yeah, when they wanted.
So does that mean
Um,
would they be accumulative? So if
um,
say you both went for the +2 dispel dice,
mhm, yeah.
and then say
Someone else
you
gave
got
it
it
to you.
right and they got it wrong, and so you got
Yeah,
+2
possibly.
and then you got another +2 for them.
Yeah, I guess
Oh
so.
wow.
Possibly. I mean, maybe Joe not partaking, nearly Parmenter,
Yeah.
meant that I didn't experience the full effect of that. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could be right.
Parmenter
Maybe
not
other people
partaking
who,
is that's got to be a sitcom
indeed.
somewhere.
Yeah,
Anyway,
totally.
this is your army. Great
Beautiful,
shot.
beautiful. Love it, love it. Yeah,
Mhm.
I built the Kaiman Mentor, the blue one, just especially for this tournament. So,
Yeah,
and a
that's cool.
Spearback actually. No, that was for the Masters Open. But anyway, yeah. Cool, here we go. Here, the pink dice are still on the table. They didn't
Good.
really have a great first battle against Tommy, but that was probably more my fault than the dice. I don't
It's
think I
the
have
way
too
you
many
roll
dice
them.
pictures in that
It
one,
must
so
be
it was
the way you
definitely
roll
my
them.
fault. Must be, must be. Yeah, so we've got Alpha Carnosaur on the left-hand side. We've got Spearbacks with a Kaiman Mentor behind them, the Mystics on the other side of the forest. Big block of Tegu in the middle. The Skinks with us, the Entwining Root spell behind them. Kaiman Mentor with the Vital Essence potion, which isn't a potion. Then I've got the Raptors not ambushing, and the Carnosaur. And we move on quickly before you can comment.
Just
Uh,
can't believe it. Can't
Joe
believe
has
it.
got a unit of, I think, the Great Weapon Infernals in front of the first rocket battery. Then the Toruk Enforcers with the Overlord. Then the Bow Vassals, I think, are next. Yeah, I believe they were shooting. Followed by another Infernal Artillery rocket battery. The Lamassu is the winged creature behind the forest, you can
Mhm.
see, trying to blend in a little bit. Then the
Okay.
vassal spears. Then another unit of immortals. Did I say infernals for the first unit? I meant immortals. The ones in the middle are the ones with spears because they've got pointy things.
Hmm.
And then you've got the pistol infernal warriors. So not vassals to the right of them. And then you've
Cool.
got 2 units of vassal cavalry on the right, chilling out
Sure.
behind the hill. You told me to be aggressive. Turn 1. Here I come.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
running
on
it.
the aggression front throughout, actually, you've stuck to it.
I
I
have.
mean,
I have.
being aggressive when
Yeah.
you're non-ambushing guys is a bit
Yeah,
mute,
but
but
look at them go. They're
they are
already halfway up the
they're
board.
they're basically
So, you got to give me that. Yeah. Uh, this was, yeah. I decided, I mean, go, yeah, you can go to the next picture. Because I outdiced Joe, and that was the
haha.
best cast roll that anyone can ever roll with 5 dice officially.
The dice lord has cometh.
2 sixes, 2 fives, and a 4. There's no miscast. It's just the best 5 dice you can roll on a spell.
Hmm.
It was only to get Astral Union for regen fortitude off on the Alpha Carnosaur. So that basically meant the spearbacks were about to get double barrel of rocket batteries. But you can't have everything. The Carnosaur was fine. Over here, well, this is actually after Joe's turn. So Joe moved in his turn, I think. But this is indicating that I failed to charge
Oh right,
with my
okay. They're
skinks.
probably out
Oh,
of order then.
maybe Joe actually is. Yeah, no. So it was still my turn. He hasn't moved yet, or has he? Oh, this is his turn. Did I fail that charge in turn 1 because he vanguarded the vassal cavalry? Maybe that's what happened. Maybe I know that I declared charges with those skinks needing like
It might
quite
be
high
that
roll.
they've failed and this has just been turned around the wrong way, so it's been
Yeah,
unput out of order. That's right.
yeah. But either way, I was trying to charge those vassal cavalry with the skinks because I felt that combat res would have done the job against them,
Sure.
basically. Um, so yeah, the rocket batteries unload full force on the spearbacks, unfortunately, and kill at least 2. I mean, multiple wounds 2 just goes through stuff. It just
Yeah.
goes through stuff. So chances of getting the spearbacks a shot is minimal. The bows actually killed 3 mystics, which is very good. I was hoping for less to die, and I'm getting flammable tokens put all over me by this stuff
Yeah. Yeah.
that Joe's got, and that is a problem. We all know how good Infernal Dwarfs are at getting the flammable and the rerolls and stuff like that in combat because Matty
Mm,
did it to me in round 1 very effectively.
yeah.
Uh, I keep going. My turn 2. I'm super aggressive again, moving my block of Tegu, and this is where you choosing the Strider banner comes in because I don't need to worry that that's
Yes.
a ruins
Yeah.
in the middle. And I put them right behind the ruins, thinking Lucky Sixes chose me a Strider banner. I'm darn well going to use it,
Absolutely. No, it's
even
great.
if that wasn't
And
the best place for them. But
well,
it was
anything
all
coming
right.
at them just means that
Yeah.
they do suffer. So
Right down their throat. I was tempting some charges. I wanted Joe to come out to me and fight
mhm.
me. I mean, he didn't have Strider Banner, so that would be useful to take, to put him in the ruins that he can't deal with and
Yeah.
me not having a problem with it. Um, but I wasn't staying out of range in that center. I wanted him to come at me and break his
Yeah.
line because he was very defensive. So,
Yeah. And it does look like you've got the advantage at least for the objective at this point.
yes, Joe wasn't coming towards the secure target at all. I
Mm.
think in terms of the HMRC and big jackpot winners, I was trying to kill his immortals with spears, so that's the unit in the middle.
Okay.
And he was trying to kill. Uh, who did I put it on? Because it was my choice. Maybe the Tegu. I might put it on my big block of Tegu,
Okay.
even though I knew I had to be aggressive with them. I don't think I put it on the Skinks. But anyway, yeah, we'll see as that goes on. Um, I get another Astral Union, not quite as spectacular a dice this time around, and I
Hmm.
grow back a spearback, so
Yeah.
decent
Fair.
magic phase,
Yeah.
and hoping that the Carnosaur can't doesn't eat a whole double barrels. Over here, Joe moves his vassal cavalry to chaff the Carnosaur, baby
Hmm.
Carnosaur, and the other vassal cavalry move out of a bit further away from the Skinks, who had failed their charge 4 inches forwards. And then he just shuffles around a bit on this side, doesn't do a lot of movement. So, yeah, not coming to me,
They're
unfortunately.
very uh monumental hellblasters.
Rocket batteries. Yeah,
Yes.
the base size isn't correct, but Jojo's been using those for quite a while, and
Yeah.
basically you just establish where the actual base should be. It was all right,
Sure.
but yeah, they're pretty intimidating,
Yeah.
even before they fire. Yeah.
uh,
Speaking of firing,
oh,
one turn with regen,
wow.
Fortitude 5 up. Basically did 4 shots. They have 6 shots between them, and of those 6 shots, he got 4 successful wounds through. So I think he was hitting on 3s. I could be wrong, but 3s sounds
Sure.
about right. And I think he was wounding on 4s.
Just brutal.
So on
Just
average,
brutal.
I don't think I should have taken 4 wounds from that,
No,
and with the 5 up
definitely.
fortitude, not in one turn.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I couldn't charge the Carnosaur turn to 2, so he was going to
Yeah.
take another round of shooting, and another Carnosaur down.
It's what it is.
Dang. It is what it is. Yep. Over here, I declare some charges. These skinks go for it again. I think they still need a 6 to do it. But what I
Sure.
was thinking is that there is no danger over on that flank,
No.
so I may as well keep taking these 6s. And if I get them, then I kill his vassal cavalry. So I
Yeah.
was going for it. The Raptors were on the hill, so they could have seen the other vassal cavalry. There you go.
Sure.
I'm rolling badly and not getting the charges off.
The opposite of what
Um,
you'd like.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I think it was a double one. Well, it wouldn't have been a double, would it? Because it wouldn't have had Swift Stride. It'd be one single roll. Maybe the ones don't signify rolling ones, but still.
Yeah.
Failure is what they signify. Yep. Carnosaur obviously goes into the chaffing unit, and the Kaiman Mentor charges into the Infernal Warriors with spears and pistols.
Cool.
Takes 2 wounds from a stand and shoot, I think,
Oof.
which is pretty bad, really, because he's got 5 wounds. And he has got Fortitude 4 up, but yeah, not ideal. I was just hoping to try and pin him in place so I could
Yeah.
limit the amount of counter charges and stuff like that, but pretty tough. My skinks were moving through the middle to try and get to the secure target,
Hmm.
as Joe hasn't got any scoring in that department. My mystics are moving behind the Tegu to relative safety on this side, and my other Kaiman Mentor is now having to anchor the whole line now that I'm down a Carnosaur Alpha
Yeah.
on that side. Unfortunately, it's a big hole to fill when you've lost a Carnosaur Alpha.
Yeah, definitely.
So these guys tempt the Immortals and move forward again now that they've regained 1 model. I was in shooting range. I don't think I'd do much damage with that round of shooting.
Yeah.
But it's only 9 shots, so you know. Or is it? Or is it more than that? Anyway, I don't do a lot. I just pling off the immortal armor, really.
Mm.
I get a couple of spells off on the Kaiman, which is awesome. So I recover one of the wounds and I get Awaken the Beast. I think I chose Strength. Oh no, it's only Strength now, isn't it? It's not Resilience anymore. That was the old
Okay.
Awaken the Beast. So it's only Strength. But I wanted that on him because it meant that I could not choose the Great Weapon. I could choose a Halberd and still wound on 2s, is
Okay.
what I was thinking there. So that was my reason for that. I kill 3 immortals with my shooting. That's not terrible, actually,
That's
if you
pretty
think
good.
about it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I just remember it not being significant enough, really, on that flank.
Yeah.
I move my raptors round onto the hill. The Carnosaur beats up the vassal cavalry, eats up 3. I wanted him to kill more. I wanted to kill the whole unit, really, with the Carnosaur, but you know, spoiler alert: the vassal cavalry runs off, so it's not a problem. You know, they
Sure.
don't
Yeah.
they don't rally, so that's good at least. And I'm 1-0 up on the secure target because this is my turn 3. The Tegu don't charge in the middle. I decided I
Mm.
wasn't ready for that yet because he's got a whole unit of Toruk moving around now. Um, and I've only got a Kaiman Mentor to deal with it, which is not
Yeah.
great.
No.
So there's that. Oh, and his other vassal cavalry have now charged into the flank of my other Carnosaur, actually,
Mm.
which is interesting. I felt that was fantastic for me because it meant I didn't have to hunt them anymore.
Mm.
I thought the Carnosaur was just going to kill them.
Agreed. Yeah.
Job done. They came to me. So I was a bit surprised that Joe did that, but also very grateful because yeah. Well, it is a flank charge though, so you do have to be a little bit wary of those. But chomp chomp. This is after combat. I don't. They might be about to run, or they might hold. But he does 1 wound to me, and I kill 3 of them. I'm loaded up with a few more flammable tokens, or
I suppose
maybe
they
one
got
or two.
charge in a flank.
Charge on a flank,
Might have just
and
drawn
I did
combat.
3 wounds, so he did enough that I think he did enough to not break.
Hmm.
So that goes on. So I guess really that was objective achieved for him. Over here, I took 1 wound in the first round of combat, and then in the following turn, I still have awakened the beast off, so I'm still wounding on 2s.
Hmm.
But he did 2 more wounds to me. It's just tough.
Yeah,
I'm
hard to
taking
grind that.
wounds like where
Yeah.
I'm not expecting to take wounds. He does have Hand of Glory off, so he's got an Aegis save, which is limiting the amount of wounds I do to him. But I've only got 1 wound left now, and
Mm.
that's not really achieving what I wanted it to. I mean, I wanted to grind. I didn't expect it to be over quickly here,
Mm.
but 1 more lucky wound and I'm actually dead. And then I
Yeah.
definitely haven't achieved what I wanted to there. So I pulled the trigger because I can't hang around waiting forever. If anything, I've waited 1 turn too long because the Toruk are now closer than they were a minute ago.
Hmm.
I'm wondering if maybe I failed the charge the turn before, a long charge the turn before, because I look like
Sure.
I've
Yeah.
moved like 4 inches forwards.
Yeah. Rather
And
than.
I think this seems like 1 turn too long to pull the trigger now that I'm looking at it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way, yeah, his vassals have run off the board, so my raptors can hopefully come and help out the common mentor. So there's that. They get in, of course, and the Tegu get in, and the Kaiman Mentor, the yellow one. I'm calling it the yellow one because he's got a gold weapon.
The Yellow Ranger.
It's not blue, yeah.
No.
He goes in. I think he's taken 2 wounds from rocket battery fire in the previous turn, so he's bleeding as well because he's the new
Yeah.
target, unfortunately. But yeah, the Tegu are in. They've taken a few wounds from bow shot here and there. But yeah, it's time to fight. Time to fight. Over here, I'm clustering around the secure target. I think I'll be going 2-0 up at the end of this turn, if
Yeah.
not
It should
already.
be looking
So
good.
that should be in the bag. There was a possibility Joe had some immortals on the other side who
Mm.
could have tried to claim that objective, but Joe moved them up and didn't really go for that objective. And I was probably 1 scoring unit ahead. Oh,
Yeah.
he kind of is going for it, but you know,
You're
not
you're
not.
1 turn ahead of him, though, so
I'm
yeah.
1 turn ahead,
So
so
if
so
he
long as
doesn't
nothing
catch
takes
them,
those skinks
yeah.
offs, yeah, it's good. The spearback retire from shooting because they've got rocket batteries right there. Now my
Mm.
common mentor is in the combat. The spearbacks are just going to get shot and killed very quickly. So
Yeah.
I don't decide to take 3 turns of killing 3 immortals because it won't do anything. So I'll
Yeah.
just keep them on the board. Over here, I unload loads of combat on his vassal spears, who were very good. I'll admit they were very good. He had living steel off on them, so that is +1 to hit, I think,
Mm.
isn't it,
Mm.
in combat? And he also put Whispers of the Veil on my Kaiman Mentor, so he had a
Okay.
good round of magic the turn before I went into this, which again is making me think maybe I was a turn too late. But if I'd failed the charge, then maybe it wasn't my choice that I was a turn too late.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, whatever happened, I'm fighting now, and I do kill a fair few, and I hold. I don't lose many of the Tegu. Like the spears were good against me, but I think I'd rolled quite well on my armor, so don't lose too many. And
Mm.
over here, fortunately, he doesn't kill the blue Kaiman Mentor with that 1 wound left, and that was all I really needed because the Raptors kill loads of Infernal Dwarves. And that's what I needed from the Raptors there. So pleased with that. Over here, though, it was always going to come at some point, and I expected the Toruk to charge in. They come into the flank of the Tegu. The Immortals come in the front as well at first chance that they get. And yeah, that's going to be tough for my Tegu to deal with.
Mm.
Really, it is going to be very tough. The good thing is that my Carnosaur is now free of the Vassal Cavalry. So
Yeah.
if I can hold this, and probably not, I have got a Carnosaur coming to help. So we'll see what I've got left. But
Fingers
yeah,
crossed. Yeah.
Toruk go in. They've got an Overlord in. They're gonna kick some face. He unloads the rocket battery, and fortunately, I only take 1 wound, which obviously duplicates.
Yeah.
But still, Carnosaur's losing a bit of health as well.
Oof.
Eek! Yeah, this was probably always going to happen, really. I knew that it was a danger. I guess I was hoping to get through, force a lucky break test fail on the Vassal Spears,
Mm.
the first when I charged in. But they're just impossible to shift. They've got like stubborn Infernal Dwarves or
Everything
something or
does.
other.
Infernal
Or
Dwarves
maybe
across
the
the
dwarfs
board
don't.
are
Or maybe
first turn.
vassals.
No, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
the vassals
everything.
have it as well. Ugh.
Don't know, don't know, but
But
yeah.
either way,
But
he had
maybe
ranks
one
for
of the
days.
characters in there would give that. So it's got
Something,
BSB
yeah.
in there,
And he had a
maybe. Then
BSB. He had a BSB
yeah,
nearby. So either way, he didn't break first turn, and I got the comeuppance in that he countercharged with everything. He
yeah,
even got Hand of Glory off on the spears, so I wasn't killing them quite as much as I would have liked to as
yeah.
well.
No.
So yeah, never mind, never mind. Yeah, runs them down. Kills everyone in town.
Mm.
Couldn't get away. My Kaiman mentor goes down as well because I lost combat by so much. So yeah, cleared out quite a lot of my stuff there. On the good side, this did turn out to be the grind that I wanted it to be. In that,
Yeah, he survived,
Kaiman
didn't
Blue
he?
is still alive,
Yeah,
and the Raptors. I mean, yeah, he needed the Raptors to do it, 100%, because he wasn't doing it on his own. He was probably
mm.
going to die on his own. But fortunately, my fortitude held out long enough that the Raptors could turn it around.
Yeah, great.
So going into my next turn, I've still got something on the board. So, yep, there is that. Interestingly, still speaking of that blue Kaiman mentor, we measured, and I could see the Lamassu scholar.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't
You
look like
wouldn't
it
think
from the
so.
picture. No,
I know there was a corner at the back of him that I could see, and
yeah. Nice.
because I could obviously move forward, then wheel, then
Mm,
charge into the
mhm.
flank, um, that was 100% the charge I wanted, not going into the flank of the
Yeah,
Immortals. I didn't put the Raptors into the flank of the Immortals because that would be not good for this turn afterwards. First
hmm
turn, maybe I'll do a bit of damage, but not enough. Carnosaur comes into the flank of the Toruk Enforcers, which is fine. I mean, I'm kind of going for broke a little bit.
mm.
And the
Yeah,
Mystics go in as well, thinking this is a flank charge. I need to kill as many of them as I can before they then turn around and overlord me, basically.
yeah,
But being in combat is the safest place to be with those rocket batteries.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
I need to carry on and do it. I do the old crisscross. I managed to
Crisscross
avoid going in the
applesauce.
dangerous terrain as well, which
Hmm
is awesome. And yeah, I have every faith in Tegu Mystics. I love them in combat. They have so many attacks.
Yeah,
So I'm actually quite hopeful that I'll kill a few Tauruks there,
yeah, nice.
which is nice. I'm now another still further up with the Skinks on the objective, which is cool. I get Fortitude 5 up on the Carnosaur, and I heal a wound. So beautiful.
Yeah, decent.
Got a few wounds back, which is nice. And yeah, I do quite well with the Tauruks. Kill quite a lot of them. I killed so many, in fact, that my Carnosaur is out of combat. Should that have happened? Go
I
back
don't
to the
know.
previous picture.
I was. Well, in terms of everything, he
I'm
was.
frowning now.
So
He
you would have
was,
killed his back rank.
and one more, so he's down to 4 models left afterwards.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
surely I should have still
I,
been in combat with
I thought
that.
you just nudge.
Yeah, I should. He should have
yeah.
kept his one on the corner there, shouldn't he? And I shouldn't have.
Oh, this one. No, no, no. So you would have killed six, right? So
Yes.
this whole back rank would have gone. So to the naked
Mm.
eye, you are out of touch. So I don't know
Yes,
whether
indeed. But then
I don't know the
past the
rules enough
reform.
to know whether it's would stay in
Yeah, I
contact.
actually have a. I think that maybe me and Joe asked around at this point to see what would
Yeah,
happen, and got the answer we did, which was the Carnosaur overrun,
yeah,
and
fair.
then and then Joe passed the reform test. I think it was in that order.
Okay.
So before the reform test, my Carnosaur wasn't in touch with anything,
hmm
therefore overran.
It becomes out of
Um,
yeah, sure.
yeah.
That's
Well, this is how it was
viable.
played anyway, and it
Yeah.
is, so yeah. So I overrun into the spears for take 2 of the grind fest,
Yeah,
although
yeah.
this time I'm a dinosaur against spears, so yeah, never know. Well, I've still got regen on me, so fortitude,
hmm
so there's that. And the Tegu Mystics will have to go toe to toe with the Overlord, which is not something they're massively looking forward to, but
Yeah.
yeah,
The guy at the
there we go.
back.
Oh yes, the Kaiman, the one with 1 wound remaining, he goes on a bit of a spurt and
Yeah,
kills the
man.
Lamassu in one go. The Lamassu doesn't have a lot of attacks, and
Mm.
I overrun into rocket launcher, and
Yeah, great.
that's points. Clocking up some points with that 1 wound of Kaiman Mentor left. He does some shooting, I think, with something. a magic maybe. Looks like a magic spell. Can't see it.
Yeah,
But kills some raptors, but that's fine. And the Immortals in his turn charge into the Carnosaur because now they've got to deal with the Carnosaur because he probably will get through the spears,
that's fair.
which is, you know, expected. They do a wound to
Yeah,
the Carnosaur, but they don't kill him. So, you know,
and he has done a decent
still
job
alive.
on them, so they definitely need the
Yeah.
help.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Over here, this went supremely well with the Mystics. I could not love them enough, honestly. I killed all the Tauruks and didn't take any wounds back. Now
That's
I'm
great.
going toe to toe with an Overlord, and that's incredible. You
Mm.
know, I mean, the Overlord can still do a number on them, but it's the points of the Tauruk enforcers alone is very
Yeah,
valuable.
yeah.
So killing the
Especially.
whole unit is awesome. Yeah, this is just a picture of my Kaiman. He's smiling the whole way. He shouldn't be
Yeah,
alive after those. After the first four wounds he lost so easily, he now will not die.
yeah.
So it's funny. I don't think Joe was enjoying it. Um, yeah, cool. My Carnosaur goes down. I mean, that was always going to be the case once the
Nearly took the vassals as
Immortals
well.
locked in. Nearly took the vassals out. I did count. I did bring the Raptors in to help out because this was my turn.
Hmm.
And the Raptors helped, and I'm still in contact with with the vassals,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'll still continue that. But yeah, I am down another Carnosaur. He's survived a long time. Yeah, the Lamassu isn't alive, hasn't come
No.
back,
Yeah, yeah.
hasn't got the Phoenix thing. But the Immortals charge into the rear of the Kaiman, and I was a bit annoyed with the Kaiman because you'll notice that I rolled very low on my overrun and didn't go into the spears, the
Sure.
vassal spears. Now, arguably, with only one wound left, those vassals probably would have killed the Kaiman anyway. But yeah, the Immortals come into the rear and probably going to be the end of the Kaiman there. He's done well enough. The Raptors will finish off the vassal with spears. And yeah, there goes my Kaiman. You've crossed him out very beautifully.
Crossed.
And yeah, he lived well at the end. He made it up for losing
Yeah.
those wounds early on. So yeah, and that's the last picture. Raptors finish off his vassal spears. I don't think anything else. Oh, I was about to say that nothing else dies. Guess what?
What?
Just guess. No,
Spears. Spearbacks.
no, there were no spears involved. The spearbacks went and hid in the forest. They didn't
Hmm.
do anything. The Tegu Mystics killed the Overlord.
Oh, yes.
What? It was ridiculous. I rolled incredibly well to wound, and Joe failed an armor save or two
Nice.
or three.
Nice.
Can't remember how it all played out. I mean, maybe in the previous picture or 1-2, you saw that there were only 4 mystics left at one point. I think I took a note of it when I saw it on the picture. But yeah, mystics
Great.
smashed an overlord up. Don't worry about it,
Wonderful.
pal. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So by the end of that, it meant what? I got my ass handed to me,
Nice.
and I've come out with a primary objective 12-8 win.
Nice.
I don't
I
know
mean,
how that happened.
the objective's massive, and like killing
The
the
objective is
Overlord
massive.
and the
Yeah.
Lamassu and one of the Hellbasses
And the
and the Toruk.
Taurukan forces.
So
Yeah.
they're all points, aren't they? So yeah. No,
Points. The
great.
Kaiman Mentor overrunning through that back line while my Raptors came in and finished off the Vassal Spears. The Carnosaur did its job, holding up
Mhm.
killing enough of the vassals for the Immortals to have to deal with it. And the Skinks getting the objective. Technically, I just about did enough to survive the onslaught of the rocket batteries. So
Yeah.
it was a great game. Thank you, Joe. Really enjoyed it. And I think Joe was a bit surprised to have lost this one, and I was just as surprised to have won this one.
Mhm.
But it was a fun game. There were quite a lot of dice spikes. I rolled pretty well in this one, I have to say. But Joe's list is very good. I really thought it had legs
Yeah,
to
yeah.
it. And Infernal Dwarves are in such a good place right now.
Yeah, the Infernal's a top
So
three, I think.
yeah,
With just
yeah,
because of the way that the rules match up with them at the minute, I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
The infantry is great, and
Mm,
they've been made better. Obviously got all the shooting and stuff, and
yeah,
the
yeah,
flammable just make them
mm,
really good. So yeah, yeah, no,
yeah.
definitely, this is a big win.
Big win. It was a massive win. I mean, it's my first win of the tournament. And I feel like I've stolen it a little bit, but like you say, the objective is what did it,
Yeah,
and clocking up a few points, unexpected points helped. as well. Yeah, so thank you, Joe. And I march on to round 5 with 1 win under my belt. It's still not going to be a good tournament, obviously, in terms of results, but I'm having good fun. And this is the kind of battle I needed after, a little bit of a downer at the end of day 1. Tommy bullied me horribly, and I'll never forgive him. So we'll leave that there. But yeah, check out all our peoples, magneticmovementtrade.com, Warhol, and everything. Check us out on social medias and everything. Become a Patreon because you're an awesome person and you should. And yeah, we'll see what round 5 brings. I don't think there's any point in even tallying up my score because it's not even mid-table. But I haven't lost any big apart from the Tommy one.
A big win gets you up to that mid-table spot.
Yeah, if this is a submarine, it's a late run, but we'll see about round 5 because there's something quirky about it that means that you could get big points in round 5 if I remember how it worked. So yeah, we'll see you in round 5, folks. Here we go.
See you, man.